So we discussed about functions,
Give me
right?
1 second. I'm pulling this thing. 1 second.
Sure, sure.
Hey, sorry, Ramesh sir, we can do it now.
Yeah, sure. So yesterday we covered about call, bind, and apply, right?
Right.
And also we covered this behavior, right? How it behaves in different contexts. Now, today we are going to start with arrow functions. Okay. So arrow functions are the alternatives to provide the function expressions. Okay, so how we are providing the or creating the function expressions? You remember?
Normally
Constant.
constructing function, right?
Sorry.
Okay. Basically, you're defining, yeah, the different ways of defining your function. One of them is construct. Are you talking
Correct.
about constructor function or?
Yeah, expression function. Function as
Okay.
expression.
Okay.
So this is the one, right?
Right.
Okay. In this way, we are defining the expression function, right? Function
Right.
as expression.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the alternative to define function expression as a arrow function also we can define.
Okay. And what is the advantage of
Okay.
arrow functions?
Arrow function advantage is something like you will get this behavior as a global scope, on which scope that you defined this behavior, right? That won't that will remain same in case of arrow function. Okay, so what it is meaning, right? So on which you are creating the arrow function, okay, on that enclosing scope, this will behave it. Okay, so you will understand that.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, if you see, this is the way we can create arrow function. Okay, so if we don't have a parameters, right, for a function, we can create a simple parenthesis bracket, and this is the symbol for arrow, and with body. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have one parameter, you can omit the parenthesis. Just you can define simple one parameter and with arrow symbol and the function body. Okay. If you have multiple parameters, we can define them as a comma separated list.
Got it.
So now if you see for this, how we can do it? Constant
there is no input,
demo is
it's
equal
no empty brackets.
yeah,
Arrow, yeah, and then flower brackets, yeah. Return,
return welcome, right?
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. So now if you have a one statement inside of your arrow function, and that single statement is a return statement, right? So what we can do, we can omit the curly brackets or these parentheses, function parameters. So what we can do, just we can write welcome like this. So what it will do, it is something similar to like this.
I see.
Got it? If you have more than one statement, if you want to have return statement inside that, you can do it like this.
Okay.
Okay, return something, value something like this, correct? Yeah. So if you see now, if we want to multiply a number, right, or double a number, correct? What we can take?
Take input 1x, right? Yeah.
Number we can take.
Yeah.
Number into number we can return, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in case of a single parameter, this is also optional. Okay, this bracket also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, clear it? Yeah. So now,
but for me, help me understand how is this different from normal function that defining normally. What is the advantage of this one? That the scope is something that I did not understand.
Yeah. So that's what I'm coming now. Now, if you see, now arrow functions do not bind their own this. Okay, inside they inherit the one from the parent scope, which is called the lexical scope. Okay, so now where we are defining our function, right? What is the scope that outside of this function has, right? That scope it considers as a scope of this inside of our arrow function. Okay, so now if you see, if I take this, right? Now, whatever you are creating here, this is a global scope, right?
Yeah.
Now, just what I'm doing, console.log of this, correct? Now where we created the demo function, demo arrow function, inside of our
root
global, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that this will indicate the window function. It should give you window.
Window, right? Exactly. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, it defines based on what is the enclosing scope that you have for this arrow function. Next, if you define inside of an object, correct? Unexpected identifier for what? Constant my object is equal to, we should not have a space for a property name. Okay. So now what it will print, you have to tell. My object, here you can see my object is an object and it has a property called my method and it contains a arrow function, correct?
Yeah, so scope should be my method, my object, whatever it is, right? It should not old.
Correct, exactly. but also it contains the window object.
Why it is getting window then?
Yeah, so here we are defining this my object outside of the so it inherits from the parent one. Okay, so here the parent one is the window, right, or the global scope. That's why you will get the window object here.
Okay.
Okay, so next one. Next, if we are defining the inside of our, like this, right? Right, my object, my arrow function, null, right? So, okay. So now what is the value of this now? Now here, first you observe what we have done. My arrow function is,
why this dot there? Can we not just give my arrow function there?
no, you won't be able to. You can give, but what will happen, right? It won't bind this object value of my arrow function property. Okay, so now we have created a property called my arrow function, right? And also we created one more my method, right? Two properties we have. One is my arrow function and my method. My arrow function is default null and my method is a function. Inside that we have a body called, we are assigning the arrow function to this my arrow function property of my object, correct? Now, what is the enclosing scope of this my arrow function? This is an object, right? Okay, now if you see, okay, how we can call this function, right? My object dot my method, right? Oh, sorry. Just it calls the my object dot my method. Then in that case, it assigns the arrow function to our my arrow function property, correct?
Did not get it. My object, what it is doing?
Yeah. So first I will run this. You will understand the difference. My arrow function, correct? You will see the my arrow function, my mother. Okay. So now what I will do, right? So I will create my object one, correct? Now, if I print my object one, what you will get? My arrow function is a null, right? Default. My method is a function. Okay. Now, if I call my object one dot my method. Okay. Now what happened?
It's undefined, right? I'm not following this.
Yeah, it's undefined. Now you can see. It assigns the function value to our my arrow function. Here and here, see the difference. Before calling my method and after calling my method.
I see.
Got it right? Now, this dot, my arrow function, right? Sorry, my object one dot. Okay, it will have a object of my object one as a this inside of your arrow function. Correct?
Okay.
Clear it?
Not 100% clear, little confusing here. Maybe I need to go through it, see how it is different.
Yeah, so here by default my arrow function is a null, right?
Right. When you call my object 1, it will give my arrow function is null and then my method is a function.
Correct.
Right? That's what it is giving. After
So,
that, what you did, my object 1 dot
my method we are calling.
You call the function. Before you call the function, it's just saying the function. When you call the function, then arrow function is executed. Right?
Now what happened? For this my arrow function property, we are assigning a arrow function.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Got it? Okay, now if you see the difference, earlier you will have null here. Okay, after calling this method, you will have function came, right?
Right. But tell me, do we need to use this dot there? What happens if we don't use this dot? Still, it is my arrow function itself, right? The name.
Yeah. In that case, also it will act as a object to this only.
Can we try that? Yeah, because it should not make any difference, right, between this and not having this.
Yeah, correct.
Really.
Okay, so you can see it didn't assign this here. So in order to know that, what we have to do, what is this that we are getting inside of this function, right? So now it is a function, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so for this function, how we are calling my object dot my method, right?
Right.
So it should assign, but it didn't assign. Okay, since it is a constant,
we can't override a constant value.
Yeah, we can't override that. Okay, this object came as a object only, my object 3. But why it didn't assign? So it considered as a different variable. Okay, so that's why we have to assign to the variable called my arrow function. Sorry, this dot we have to use. You can see it assigned to the global object, right? Window. Okay.
This is the first step we did, right? Like first one we did, without passing any parameter. Console log this we did, right?
I didn't understand.
No, this example is like arrow function not passing any parameter we executed, right? It's saved like that. It's a global object.
It's a global object, correct?
Right, but empty, right? Like remember, like you executed first way of you can use my arrow function without passing any parameter, right? That is the function that you have assigned there. It's giving that one, right? That's what I'm saying. Go back to your document.
Yeah.
If you go back to your documents.
So here, this is the one you are saying, right?
No, not this one. Your Google document, Google Drive. Go up a little bit. Go up. Go up. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I think this is one we have executed, right? First. So it's giving that one is what I'm telling. Empty,
No.
pass any parameter.
So, yeah, I got it. So, in case of JavaScript, what will happen, right? If we didn't specify any object dot, right? Okay, what it will do, it considers window dot.
Okay.
Okay, that's why it assigned to window object, myArrow function.
Okay. Okay.
Got it? If I'm going to call window dot myArrow function, what it is going to print? It print the what are the object that it is there inside of this actual arrow function. Inside of this, this is a my object 3 only, right? Even though we called by using window object. Are you following?
Yeah.
So, what is the global surrounding scope for this arrow function? This is the one, right?
Okay. Yeah, maybe
So
I need to
now,
do a little bit of work, Ramesh, to understand what I need to practice a little bit on this.
exactly.
I'm kind of getting it, but not like, confident.
Yeah. If you practice it, different scenarios, you will be able to understand. At least these examples once.
Okay.
Okay. So even though if we bind right our arrow functions by using call or apply, it won't bind them to corresponding this.
Okay.
Okay. Even for call, apply, and bind. Okay. So whatever the scope that are surrounded with for this function, right, arrow function, only that scope only will always be taken.
Okay.
So now, clear, right? Shall I go to the next topic?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Now we'll see the arrays. Okay, you know, right? What is an array already?
Yeah, I know array. We can move.
Creating an array.
Yeah.
Okay. So array methods. Okay, just I'll move faster. Okay, so what it will do, right? On array object, we can call the join method. What it will do, it return an array as a string. Okay, by default, if we won't pass any separator, by default the separator is a comma. Okay, so suppose we have an array like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what it will do, it returns a string of array values, right, as a comma separated list.
Okay.
Comma separated values. If we pass any value inside of join method, you will get that as a separator.
Oh, okay.
Clear?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, so next one. Yeah. Sort method. Okay. Reverses the original array that we don't. Okay. Just the meaning itself we understood.
Yeah.
Okay, sort method. Okay, sort method, what it will do? It sorts an array, right? By taking the elements, right? So
Yeah.
if you see array dot sort. Okay, so you will have a 3.1. Even it reverses it. It's sorted by natural order. Okay, if you have any undefined value inside of an array, it considers them as a last element. It makes as a last element. Okay, we
What
can
is
pass
undefined?
the. Sorry.
What is undefined?
Undefined is a no value or nothing in order to represent some variable value. Okay, suppose if I create a variable, right? I will create a variable. Let variable name v1, right? What we have given for v1? We didn't give anything, right?
Okay.
It has a undefined. Undefined means nothing, no value.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so even also we can pass the compare function inside of our sort method in order to compare custom comparison to our function. Sorry, to our array. Okay.
Okay.
So it takes two arguments, right? Whatever inside of compare function, it takes the two arguments, whatever we are returning, right? If compare function returns less than 0, it sorts A to an index lower than B, which means A comes first. Okay, if it returns 0, it leaves A and B unchanged with respect to each other. Okay, if it is greater than 0, it sorts B to an index lower than A, that is B comes first. Correct? How we are defining the arrays, right? It depends on that. Okay, so if you take an array with employee objects, correct? Okay, let employees is equal to. Okay, I'm going. First, we'll see simple example. Next, I will go to the difficult example so that you will be understand. Let array is equal to. Array contains 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? So now if you call array dot sort method, what will happen? By default, it uses the natural order, which means it performs lower to higher. Correct? But I want to reverse it, right? Whenever I call the sort method, higher to lower. Got it? Now,
okay.
Array dot num array, right? Num array dot sort method. It is our custom sort, correct? What it takes a function. Okay, function, I can say what we call increasing order. I will make this name, correct? Okay, first num, second num. Okay, I'm returning. So if you see these conditions, right? Okay, let me copy here. Okay, now if compare function returns less than 0, which means a comes first, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now what we have to return? First num minus second num. Okay, which means
Greater
10
than,
minus
less
20,
than
right?
0. Less than 0.
First time 10 minus 20, it is less than 0. Okay, which means which comes first?
10.
A comes first, right?
Yeah.
Which means 10 come first. But we
Yeah.
want to make which comes first? 20 comes first, right?
We want to make like that. Okay. Increasing like that. Okay.
Got it? Now, what will come first? 20 will come first, right?
Yeah.
In the way, the respective numbers will also follow the same thing, correct?
Okay.
Yeah. So, first what I will do, I will create this function. Okay. So, somehow, yeah, able to see this one, console. Okay, fine. I just want to increase the zoom. It is not happening. Okay, so now you can see I created a function increasing order, right? Now array dot numarray dot sort, right? Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we have done, right? So we have created a separate function. Exactly. We can achieve the same by using the arrow function, right?
Yeah.
How simple is it?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will take the employees object, right? So age is 12, correct?
It's a dictionary.
Right? Now I have a list of employees. I want to sort this array based on the older years, right? Got it? Are you following?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. So this is
Now
dictionary that you defined, and you wanted to.
Correct. Sort them by using the holders, right? First I want to get all the ages, right, which are having more, right? Okay, employee 1, comma, employee 2, right? Just see the magic. Employee 2 dot is minus employee 1 dot is. Right?
Oh, okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this, we can do the sorting, custom sorting by using the sort method.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll go to the next method. Concat. Okay, just it concats the values to the end of an array. Okay, so if you see, yeah, just it is a little bit confused, but it's okay. Yeah, a dot concat 4 5. It returns 1 2 3 4 5. If you pass an array, right, it returns also 1 2 3 4 5. If you pass multiple arrays also, it returns 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. If you pass like this, array of array of array.
So second one, right, when you're passing 4 5 again duplicate, right? So it will keep only distinct values there?
No, it will add them as well. I'll create it. Okay, it is not changing the original array. Just it concatenates and returns it. Okay, so in that case, I think, did I mention if array itself an array that it is concat, not the array itself? Okay, so I think if it exists, it is not going to concatenate it again.
Even not exist,
okay,
right? It's not changing the value of the array. It is keeping the array as it is.
Correct,
Once
correct.
the value is
Returns a
changed,
new,
it is not changing the array.
correct. It returns a new array by concatenating the original array with the values provided in the concat method. But it won't change the array. Here you can see, not the array itself. Clear it?
Okay. But if I have to modify the array, how do I do it? I assign it a different array. A is equal to, I should put A is equal to a dot concat.
Yeah, you can do like that. Correct.
Can you try that quickly?
Yeah, sure. Okay. If I print here, right, you can see 1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, slice. You know, right? What is slice?
Yeah.
It is a part, right?
Yeah, part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, part of it. So for slice, if we pass the
Index value.
Yeah, index value. So it returns a subarray from start to end of the slice to be written. Okay, if we pass only one argument, if only one argument is specified, the returned array contains all elements from the start position to the end of array. Okay, if we want to specify the second array, it passes to the end of the array. So next, if either argument is negative, it specifies an array element relative to the last element of the array. Okay, an argument -1 indicates the last element in the array. Okay, an argument -3 indicates the third from last element. You understood, right?
I got it.
Yeah. So if we specify the negative values, it will check from start to end in case of for first and second.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, next is splice. Okay, so it may perform insert as well as removal both. Okay, it modifies the array. Okay, in case of slice, it does not modify the array. Okay. In case of splice, it can modify the array. Okay, it can delete the elements from an array. Also, it inserts new elements into an array or perform both operations at the same time. Okay, the first argument that we specifies the array position at which the insertion or deletion is to begin. Okay, second argument specifies the number of elements to be removed from. Okay, if the second argument is omitted, all array elements from start element to the end of array are removed. Okay, splice, what it will do? It inserts and removes. Okay, it takes two arguments. What is that? First and second. First argument specifies at what position we have to perform insertion or deletion. Okay, second argument specifies how many number of elements to be removed from. If we won't specify, it removes the from the array position of first argument to the end of the array. Clear it?
Okay, so this will modify the array. That is the first thing. Control elements from array and insert new elements. Okay, so is the array position insertion. How are you saying that it is a delete or insert?
Yeah. So that So we have a third argument, I think so. So whatever the things that we are specifying after two arguments, right? It will insert them. Okay. Now we'll see quickly example that we'll understand faster. Correct? Okay, I have an array already, right? Otherwise, we will take num array, right? Num array dot splice of third index, right? What happens to num array?
We deleted.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, we deleted 40 and 50. Correct, we got 10, 20, 30. Num array change it to 10, 20, 30. If I specify the num array dot splice of 1, 1. So what will happen? What it returns?
10 and 30, 0, 1, right? First one. And then
20 or 30. It returns 20, right? First position.
Okay.
How many elements we are deleting? Only one.
One element.
How many? We are 1, right? So now 20. If you see our num array, it is changed to 1030 now.
Yeah.
If we do slice of 1, 0, what you observe here now. So above one, we are saying the position index 1, right? But we are saying delete 0 elements, correct? So that's why it didn't delete any elements. Correct? Next, whatever the arguments that we will pass after second ret, what it will do? It will insert at the position of the first one, start position. Okay, it will add the or insert elements between 10 and 30. Clear it?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Need to drop off. I have a meeting already 5 minutes late.
okay, sure. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are we
What time,
continuing?
Ramesh? Yeah. I want to spend more time tomorrow. Can we do more?
Okay, sure then. Yeah, tomorrow we'll meet.
What time?
I'll ping,
Tomorrow? Same time?
Yeah, same time.
Is morning works
Same
tomorrow
time
for you? Does morning work?
Morning I will let you know. Maybe it seems now I need to spend some time.
Did you got a chance to look at that GitHub Ramesh I sent out to you?
No, Prabhu. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow I will see.
Yeah, if you can check that one, maybe I can start looking at some of the enhancements that I need help with.
Sure. Okay. If morning I am ready, right? I will ping at 7:30 a.m. my time. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, ping me. If I don't respond, can you call me on WhatsApp? Sometimes I don't check.
Sure, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Thank you, man. Bye. Take care.